Hey guys, what's up? So, you might have noticed the unboxing videos I've been uploading for the last 2 or 3 days. And so that computer got built. I built it yesterday, and so I installed it in my friend's house, hooked up all the Wi-Fi and all that. And so I'm just going to tell you guys, I'm just going to list off all the parts, and I actually got a score down from it. I ran one benchmark. PC Mark 7 wouldn't really work, so I only got a chance to run Cinebench 11.5, but I can compare that to what my 2600K has and what other processors have had. So, the parts I used and the websites, all of these except the CPU, I used Newegg for. For the CPU, I used Micro Center, which has tax, but for the value, I mean, it's unbeatable. So for the CPU, we have an AMD Phenom 2 X3 B73, so this is 2.8 gigahertz. It's a tri-core Phenom, which is great for basically everything. It can unlock to a quad-core, and get this, it's $40. That's how much a Sempron single-core 2.8 gigahertz sells for in Newegg. It's OEM, so you need to buy a heatsink, which I did. I found one that works with AM3. It installed fine on the motherboard, even though it's AM3 Plus. That's like $12, but still, unbeatable value. And then for the motherboard, we have an ASRock N68 GS FX. That is $45. If you have an older, if this is like really just because your older computer broke, if you have DDR2, the reasons I like this motherboard, you can install DDR2 and DDR3 on this. Not at the same time, mind you, but you can install both of them. So if you have older RAM and you have like, say, 3 gigs of older DDR2 RAM like one of my family members has, then you can just rip that out and put it in here and save a little bit of money, maybe overclock it a little. Speaking of RAM, we have G-Skill Value Series. It's a single stick, 4 gigabytes, which leaves it open if you expand to 8 if you need it. It's DDR3 and it's 1333 megahertz. This motherboard will only support up to 1600 megahertz, so just be aware of that. Which, I mean, that's the point where you'll stop seeing reasonable everyday performance increases. For the PCU, we will have a Cooler Master Elite 460 watt. It's a great value. It works fine. It's reliable. Cables are a little bit of a rat's nest because it's non-modular, but besides that, it's great. Then we have for the case, we have a Roswell R102P BK. This can't be beat. It's micro ATX. It fits micro ATX just like our case does. And I mean, it's great. I found installation into this. It was really easy. It has a 2 3¼ inch drive bays for like a media card reader, and then it also has free 5¼ inch and a bunch of hard drive trays. So plenty of everything. For DVD drive, we have a LG Super Multi DVD burner. It's $18. It's great. The Super Multi actually isn't on there. It's just a DVD burner. God, someone's knocking at the door like crazy. Sorry if that comes through. Hard drive, we have Western Digital Caviar Blue, 500 gig. It's $74. It dropped a little bit. There is a SATA. This is the version that is bare bones, which means it works fine, just doesn't have a SATA cable. There are 2 SATA cables that come with the motherboard, which is enough for the DVD drive and the hard drive, so it all works out great. And then Windows 7. Oh yeah, before we get, well, you know, Windows 7 OEM, $100, 64-bit, in case you want to upgrade the RAM. Then for the cooler, we have an Arctic Cooling Assault. I have no idea how to say this. I think 64 GT. So it's compatible with AM2, AM2 Plus, and AM3. The motherboard we have is technically AM3 Plus. It can support FX. Is also one of the reasons I got that motherboard, is because it can upgrade to a much better processor later. Well, that's actually kind of debatable, but this cooler is great. It acts like a stock cooler, a little better. Arctic Cooling, I found pretty good company. I might, depending on how good this part works out, I might buy their custom cooler for my 5970. But before that goes out of stock and all support for my video card collapses into itself except from AMD. So the total for all of this is just $340. This could go all the way down without tax and shipping. You're going to have tax on the CPU, but it's not going to be more than like $5-ish, so it doesn't make that much of a difference. This isn't with shipping. I have to warn you, shipping is about $20 on Newegg, because a lot of their lower end items do not have free shipping. So that's just nature of the beast. It ended up costing me around $380 to get this all together. And that's, oh yeah, the benchmark source, never mind. So Cinebench 11.5, you got a 2.85, which was, you know, great for a lower end part. And what was I going to say? It moved along very quickly in Internet Explorer, you know, looking at photos, copying them and all that, because I had to load a bunch of photos on for wallpapers for my friend. It moves along great for like a web browsing computer. This CPU could actually be used for some pretty decent gaming. It's also unlocked and overclocked, and available for overclock if you want to throw like a Cooler Master Hyper 212 in there and do that. Besides that, my initial impressions are that this is a very fast computer for basic use. If you want to get into gaming, there's a free PCI 2.0 X16 slot on there. Drop in a low-end video card, like say, I don't know, a 6770, and you're good to go. I mean, and that would only be like $60 more, so then you would have a $400 kick-ass gaming computer. So, leave your thoughts on this computer. I'm not going to upload any pictures to this video of the parts. You can look them all up if you want, because this is kind of an video. But I'm going to have links to my unboxing of the ASRock motherboard, the Cooler Master power supply, and the case. Everything else was either OEM or, like, the processor just came with a little bit of pink fluff on the bottom and plastic shield. So all the other stuff I really couldn't do unboxings for. But that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you like this video, please remember to rate, or you can't rate anymore, you can like, stupid Google, ruining YouTube, rate, like, favorite, and subscribe to my channel if you like the video. Thanks, and goodbye.